Have you ever thought to yourself, God, what type of children are these? And I'm talking children, teenagers, kids, whatsoever, anyone. And you thought to yourself, these children do not listen like God. How can you give me children that don't listen like this? Like you've told them, don't do this. You've tried yelling. You've even tried beating, if that's even allowed in your country. You've tried all sorts and you just feel like these children are not listening. And if you think so, or if you've ever questioned yourself like that, like why these children, then stay tuned and find out why that may be the reason. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ishi. If you're new and if you're returning, do you know what? My love for you keeps growing because you're loyal. So keep returning because you won't be disappointed. So today I'm here to talk about how to talk to our children. So this video is mainly aimed at parents or literally anyone with like parental responsibility or any adult that's living with somebody that they feel like is a child or they need to look after. So I know people may think, okay, have you even got a child? Okay, number one, I don't, but I am talking as a child. I am talking as, on behalf of children, and I'm going to disclose some of the reasons why we may not listen to parents and what parents may be doing slightly wrong. So again, if you're a child, don't think you've gotten away with this because, you should just listen to your parents anyway, but this is just to help the parents. So basically, this video is going to be divided into two. I'm going to give you first part is things that parents sometimes do wrong when they're talking to children, and then I'm also going to give you an example of how you can talk to your children. And hopefully this helps and this hopefully builds your relationship with you as a child. And when I mean children, I'm talking about anybody that literally listens, so probably from the age of 2 going onwards, because they now start to kind of understand what you're saying. And obviously I'm talking, going up to the age of whatever, as long as somebody's your child, you may feel like they may also have their own kids, they may be around 20s and you still feel like my child is not listening to me. So they're all kind of included in this whole scenario. Okay, so let me start by saying this. A word is very powerful. So we need to be careful of the choices of words that we use when we're trying to talk to our children or when we're trying to counsel them. I even know other people who'd even prefer that if they've done wrong, you even beat them up and not curse them or not say something that they'll probably remember for the rest of their lives. And why is that? That's, because pain, if you're beaten up, you're going to be hurt for a moment, but then tomorrow you're probably going to be okay. But if it's a word that's been said to you that attacks you, you may even remember that for the rest of your life. You will just grow up saying, my mom said this word to me. My mom said I'm like this. So knowing the words that we use to our children is really important. Okay, so I understand that, when a child has done something wrong, maybe you just found out, you're very angry, you just react to it automatically, emotions are flying high, but sometimes it's best to try and just control the situation. And how do you do that? You just take a minute to breathe if you can, and say things in the right way. You can still use the same words, but just know how to use them. So what am I trying to say? Let me give you an example. Let's say I've done something that is incredibly silly, it's stupid, I should have never done it. Instead of my mom coming to me and saying, you're so stupid, you're so foolish, you're so selfish, you should have never done that, you're just silly, you're dumb. Instead of saying words like that, she could come to me and say, what you've done is stupid. So if I put it like this, saying what I've done is stupid and saying I am stupid is they're completely two different sentences. So if somebody comes to you and says, you're stupid, they're basically saying wherever you're going, no matter you do anything else, that's nice, you're still stupid, because it's your personality that's been attacked. It's who you are as a person that's been attacked. You're stupid. That's the word. That's the word you're always going to have in your head. I am stupid. I've been told I'm stupid. End of. No negotiation. Whereas if somebody else comes to you and says, what you've done today is stupid, that's a completely different sentence. What you've done is stupid. That means I'm saying you may have been having a rough day today, or maybe for whatsoever reason you've done something that is stupid. But tomorrow I don't expect you to do the same thing because I've told you what you've done is stupid. I'm expecting you tomorrow to change and not do the same thing. So they're completely two different sentences. It's different from saying you're stupid. I'm saying what you've done is stupid. I'm saying I'm expecting you to not do that thing again. I'm expecting you to change, do something different. That's a no, don't do that because it's a stupid thing. But if you tell me that I'm stupid, I can't change that. I can't just wake up and not be stupid. You're saying that's who I am. So even if I actually wake up tomorrow and clean the house or do whatever, I'm just going to think to myself, that's pointless because I'm stupid. My mom already thinks I'm stupid. There's no point to me for me to even try, because in her head, she believes I'm stupid. So I hope that makes sense. And, it can help you to choose how to express your feelings when you're talking to a child. Okay, so let me give you another example. Let's say your child has come back home with the results that are not so good. Don't ever, a big no, don't ever say, even if you may not be telling your child, or maybe you're telling, your friends or whatever, don't ever find yourself saying, this child is dumb, this child is stupid, this child is not intelligent, because that's a statement as it is. That it is, you're declaring something to say, this is what this child is, they are dumb. Whereas if you say, he's not done so well, or he's had moments where he's not passed, it's showing that just this particular moment, he's not done so well. But with encouragement, with support, he can do well. But if somebody is dumb, that you're just saying, even if we support them regardless, even if we do whatever, they're still going to be stupid, they're still going to be dumb. So words like that, there are words that can stay within somebody. If you come today, especially coming from a parent, is somebody that you look up to, somebody that knows you, they've given birth to you. And if they're going to come and tell me that I'm stupid, I'm going to take that word. It's not coming from a stranger. It's coming from somebody I know and I respect, and somebody that's meant to be my role model. And they're going to come and tell me I'm stupid. That means for the rest of my life, I'm going to do stupid things because that's who I am. I'm going to be stupid. That's how I believe that my parents think I'm stupid. So there's no point in trying to prove them otherwise. So I hope that makes sense. But what I'm trying to say is, find a way to say it in a way that doesn't attack who they are. Don't attack somebody's personality. Attack what they've done. What they've done is wrong, but they are not wrong as a person in general. So that's one thing that, maybe when we're angry as parents, we should just try and speak to our children in a way that doesn't attack them, but in a way that tells them what they've done is wrong. So that's one part. The other part is just trying to talk to them. At my church, we're told that when you're angry, in the heat of the moment, you're angry, you're annoyed, just take a moment and drink water. It allows you to breathe. Taking a moment allows you to just settle down and think about the whole situation. That means now whatever you say, you cannot say things that you're going to regret tomorrow, because you can say things that, out of the heat of the moment, that even when you go and sit down 5 minutes later, you're just thinking, geez, why did I say what I've said? But it's going to be too late now. And again, knowing parents, especially Black parents, I am sorry, they do not like to apologize to their children. Even if they've said something that is really, really bad, that they can go back and sit down and think, I should have never said that. For them to go back and be like, you know what, I'm sorry, I should have never said that, is a big job. So to avoid you having to be in that situation as a parent, try and just take a moment. You've heard that this is what your child has done. Just take a minute and think about it. Drink a glass of water, so that the words that you're going to say are going to be words that are not attacking, that you're not going to regret tomorrow, that, your child is going to understand. Okay, so the second part of this video is just going to give an example of how my parents have managed to handle situations in, where I've done something wrong or where I've upset them. So I can really say I am 21 right now, and there's no one day that I can remember that my parents have either taken a stick, a flip-flop, anything to hit me. And that's not to say I'm not naughty. I'm a child just like any other child, but they've handled it differently. And again, I can only just probably point out one occasion in the entire 21 years of my life that, my dad has even cursed me or shouted at me or yelled at me, and that was understandable, considering whatever I had done at that particular time. So one way that I've really found effective, even when I look back right now, that has helped to build me as a person and to build my relationship with my parents, is time. So let me give you an example. I probably would have done something like, I'll do something today, everyone's angry, I'm not talking to anybody. The one thing that my parents have managed to do is to take their time off, take a break. I'll give you an example. I had done something stupid one day. We left it for the night. It was left for the night. The following day, my mom managed to, she took me aside, she pulled me aside, she let me sit down, and then she sat there. And when we were sitting there, she didn't raise a voice at me. She literally just sat there and was like, I'm sitting here with you because of what you did yesterday. This is what you did. And I think it's wrong like this. And this is the reasons I think like this. And here are the consequences of doing that. And it was a mature conversation. And, from her allowing me to sit down, I felt respected. I didn't feel like a little child that you can just tell, don't do this, and with no explanation. But she sat me down and she told me that if I was to do the same thing again, this will probably happen, and this will affect me, it will affect her, it will affect everyone in the family. And then it put responsibility on me. So it made me think to myself, is that how I want my family to feel? Is that how I want, to feel personally? Is that what I want in the end? And it gives you time to consider what you've done. And I can really look back and think, okay, I was wrong in that situation. And at that point, it would be easier for me to even say, okay, I am sorry, what I did was wrong. I didn't know. And, I won't find myself repeating the same thing again because I felt respected. She spoke to me with respect, regardless of she's so many years older than me, but she spoke to me like a person who listens because she believed that I would listen, I would get something from that conversation. So that is entirely different to, other scenarios that I've seen or I've witnessed, or even my friends have explained to me that they'll probably do the same thing that I've done, but the reaction or the way that their parents react to it is completely different. They'll curse the child, what you've done is wrong, or, just insulting the child with no explanation. Like, I know we're children, but we understand. So if you tell me something, tell me why it's wrong to do it, and also hear my point. You can ask, but why did you do that? What was going in your head? And that way I can open up. Again, it's not just to solve the situation, but it's to bond with your child. You can understand why your child put herself in that situation. Maybe it was attention seeking. Maybe she was lonely. Maybe she needed something solving, and that was the only way. She couldn't communicate, but she had to do something for you to react. So, having that moment to just talk to your child is really important. Don't just throw words at them, because when you're throwing, it's either they're going to take the worst words that you've said and keep them for the rest of their lives, and whatever other things that you're telling them, they're just coming in one ear and going out of the other, because nobody likes to be yelled at. Nobody. But if you're calmly spoken to, you're going to take a moment to think, okay, what I did was wrong, and you won't do it again. So that's been one way that's really worked in my entire life. I know we might not, there are moments that where you just need to tell the child off at that point. You can tell them off at that point. That's where, you can tell your child that what you've done is stupid, but not tell them that they're stupid. That's the moment for you to say that, to just solve it real quick. But if it's a big problem, sit down with them and tell them, this is wrong, don't do this. And that's how children can listen and can also respect you as a parent. They won't just think you're an alarm that just keeps yelling. You just can raise a voice. Nobody likes to learn like that. So this is just something that maybe parents should consider a little bit when they're trying to counsel their children. We all understand, because we listen, basically teach us how you want us to speak to you. So if you don't want your child to answer you back, if you don't want your child to yell at you back, speak to them in a nice way. Regardless, they are young, respect them. Then, the respect can be given back to you. That's basically all it is. Like I said, even from the child of 2 years old, kids learn really quickly. Like, if you look at somebody at that age, if you tell them, what you've done is wrong, do this and do this, they will listen. But if you just yell, they'll probably just look at you and laugh and just smile and think, okay, you're just making noise, but I'm not going to take anything you're saying. But if you call them nicely and be like, okay, do this and do this, they will listen, because we all know what is right and what is wrong. And if we don't know, if we're told, we will understand. So I hope this video makes sense to us as parents. And if you're a child watching this, don't think you've gotten away with everything. I'll probably make a video about you guys as well and how we should respect our parents. But basically, the aim and the point of this video is let us learn how to talk to our children. Let us not attack their personality. Let us not provoke them, provoke who they are personally, but let us provoke what they have done. Let us attack the bad behavior and tell them not to do it again, but they personally are a good person. And even the Bible itself says the word is powerful. Preach good for your child, and the child will turn out to be good. Declare positivity in your child's life, and they'll turn out like that. Bless your child with good words. Tell them you're a good child, but what you've done is bad. They know that I'm good, but this thing that I've done, I should not do it again because it's bad. But I personally am a good person. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you like what you see, do give a thumbs up, comment, share. Let me know what you think, and let me know, how you've handled your children's situation, or even as a child, how your parents react when you do something wrong. Let's just discuss. Let's, connect. And I hope I see you guys next time.